We're doing the OF-1, not the OnlyFans one. I actually don't know what this board stands for, but it's going to be a project that actually, you know, it visually it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty good. It's going to start at $255, it seems. So that's going to be awesome. There's a brass bottom version, which increases the price by $40. Like I said, the visuals of this board are quite nice. And I believe, if memory serves, this is a group buy that's going to be fulfilled pretty quick. Where was the... Here it is. Estimated date, Q4 2026. Not bad. Not bad at all. And this is going to be a top mount / O-ring mount support. So we have double mount here. It's going to be 2.5 kilograms per board. 17.17 front height. Damn. 8-degree typing angle though. So a little bit higher than I think some people like. Some people like the 7-degree angle, but not bad, not bad. Let's take a look at the board. They did send this over. I don't think I'm keeping this, but we're just gonna take a look today. It is technically sponsored because of that. Let's unbox the Only Friends keyboard. Right away I see the O-ring. I'm excited to see this one too. I don't even know what color they sent. It looks like purple. Ooh. Ooh, this is a nice looking board. Nice side profile. Let me get the cork disc pad to like better contrast this a little bit. Hold on. Not bad. It does have a nice side profile. The purple's really pretty too. I love this. So I'm assuming this is the all aluminum one. I'm actually surprised how well the bottom pieces come together. Yeah, dude. So is this a little piece of brass on the end? Oh no, it's stepped internals. Oh shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Because of my like what's been going on, I haven't had a huge chance to look at all the renders for this. I only looked up like the write-ups. So this is my actual, like one of my first times actually looking at this thing. This does not feel like 2.5 kilos, and I wonder if the 2.5 kilos is referring to the brass bottom version. I just spit on this. Nice, this is really pretty. The Inno seems really good too. This is not 2.5 kilograms. Maybe it is, I don't think it is though. So we do have some stepped internals. It looks like we have a spot for the daughter board to slide in there. This is not hidden screw design, which is kind of nice to see. Let me see the price for you guys. $255 to start. Yeah, okay, another thing. Loving how thin the sides are here. Very pretty. Extremely pretty there. Wow, okay, I'm impressed. It does have a small OF badge on the back as a little note. It does have a recessed, yeah, pretty well recessed USB-C port. And then we have another OF badge over here in a different font, which I don't love. I'd like it to be consistent. You know, if this said Only Friends or whatever, it'd be different. 2 different fonts, maybe that's my only irk of this. Torque screws, that's nice to see. Wow, okay, pretty. Oh, that looks good from the side too, holy shit. All right, let's see what else we got in the box here. So this came with a little like, very like suede bag. Then we also have this little piece for the bottom. Daughter board, we have 2 different plates they sent. Oh, one's for the O-ring. Oh, they use different plates. Oh. This is probably our O-ring plate. This is our top mount plate. And then they did give us 2 PCBs. Let's just do O-ring today with the solder PCB, and then I can pick another day to do the top mount. If I'm given the option, and this is kind of a personal preference, obviously, I actually prefer doing O-ring with solderable PCBs. It is a little limiting that we need 2 separate PCB or 2 separate plates. Does it come with both plates? Let me check. If it comes with both plates in the box, then I think I'm totally fine with that no matter what though. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that very much. Yeah, that might be annoying for some people. It's most likely because the top mount points might interfere with the top and they might, I guess, hit each other, which creates an unwanted noise. I think I can look at this 2 ways, right? If this presented itself as a single mounting style, sure. I don't think anyone here would bat an eye. And we'd say, okay, it's O-ring, or okay, it's top mount. I think I'm a little bit kind of just because it's 2 mounting styles that they're saying you have to buy into either one, which I think as a customer, and right now, I'm even thinking this right now. What if the top mount sounds better and I accidentally buy the O-ring? Or not accidentally, but I bought the O-ring and then later on I find out. Little annoying in that sense. I would have liked to see the design work with both mounting styles without the need to buy a separate plate. However, again, it's a double-edged sword. I don't know if I can be mad or, be like, we can ignore this, but I think it's worth noting, if that makes sense. Definitely worth noting considering what they're marketing, right? So let's continue on. Yeah, I'm with you guys on this. Trust me, we're all on the same page. Down for now. Put some feet on this bad boy. OF Studio. I know this might be their logo for the studio or something. I don't like this screen print. I know it's on the PCB, you'll never see it, but kind of looks cheap. Yeah, the branding also, again, this has nothing to do with the physical aspects of this keyboard. But this is like the third variation of OF that I've seen so far. But the PCB does look good. We have so many fucking options. I am super happy to see all these options. The one thing I will say makes no sense though is we're given ISO on this plate or this PCB, but not on the plate. And I didn't see an option, unfortunately, on the website. Maybe there's an accessories page I need to check out, but we have no ISO on this plate, which kind of sucks. That would be the only discrepancy I can possibly see, but tons of options. For the hot swap, it looks like we have practically the same options. Awesome. That is really good to see. The hot swap also has LEDs, which makes no sense. Why do we have LEDs on these ones here? If you guys are also wondering, just to remind everyone here too, I like options. Just because I don't use the option doesn't mean I'm ignorant towards the option, right? So I know there might be a handful of people who are like, I like ISO, but I'm never represented. I am trying to always look at those things. Again, even though I never really use these things, I understand people want them. Not every project needs to have every option, first of all. But I always look through everything as best as I possibly can. Okay, I'm excited to put this together, man. This is a nice looking board. So, inside of this keyboard, here we go. Can I say, hats off to this design team. Bubble feet, standard bubble feet, screws in the back of the keyboard. Some people would argue this is a bad look. I don't see this as a bad look. It's accessible, it looks good. It's not a bad look, it's classic. It gives it some visual interest opposed to just having hidden screw design. I like it. I think this is actually a piece of stainless. There's no way this is aluminum. I misunderstood this. It's a stainless weight on the bottom. They meant brass as in this piece is brass. I misunderstood that. I would not get that version at all. That probably will sound a lot deeper. I feel like, maybe I'm wrong because I've obviously tried it, but I feel like the aluminum version is the better choice. So interesting. The daughter board goes here. This piece you can buy different accents for. This little piece of brass. I like the way they did that. It just screws onto the weight. So far the plate is the only actual legit thing that I'd be a little bit disappointed in if I invested into this project. Holy the side bezels? Yeah, they're thin, dude. They're not, actually they might be Ori level of thin, which is cool. I wish these screws were magnetic for this piece here. This is a little irritating. That was relatively simple. Okay, good. And let's screw this weight back on the case. I think I would have softened up the O-ring a little bit. This feels like it might be like 90 or something. Oh my lord. That was a bit of a workout. Yeah, it was a bit of a struggle for that one. I would like to know what durometer that is. O-ring build. Now again, we're only going to be doing O-ring today. Just because we did want to use, I wanted to use solder for the best possible experience with this. Oh, it's kind of fun. I don't know what this is. I don't remember what this is from. Does it say? Oh, my studio. All right, well. Now, I have a theory that the O-ring might be too firm. We're going to try typing on this as is right now. Then I want to actually try using another O-ring that I have that's softer and see what the difference is. Without further ado, this is the aluminum plate. This is the O-ring build solder PCB. No foam. I'm not sure if that foam that they included was absolutely necessary, but I still will try that if need be. Let's plug it in, make sure it all works, and we will type away. Actually, sounds pretty good. Ooh. There's a little bit of a resonance I'm hearing, just a smidge. I'm wondering if that's the harder O-ring. I actually love the spacebar. These are the Nezuko switches. Now, let me experiment a little bit. I like the way this sounds a lot. In fact, I actually don't mind a little bit of that resonance in here. I think it kind of stands out from the other O-ring builds. I do want to just try a few things on this board first. How's it feel? It was standard O-ring vibe. Little firmer maybe than usual. Nothing that I would like go crazy for in terms of softness. All right, so right away, the resonance is now gone. Which makes me wonder if it is just a harder O-ring and nothing else. Probably is, right? So my theory is we try a softer O-ring. I think that's the only realistic thing we can even do right now. I kind of want to use a really soft O-ring. Yeah, maybe we do this one. Okay, this is nice and soft. All right, now this doesn't come with the board, obviously. You can buy O-rings relatively easy with different widths and diameters and softnesses, etc. However, I don't know, I feel like the stock O-ring's definitely a little heavy. So with that being said, let's try something a smidge softer. Softer O-ring. It's definitely there. I don't know. I'm hearing the difference. And the board now has a bit of softness to it too. Just barely, but it's there. Okay, board sounds good. Dude, look at these bezels. Look at these. The alignment of the board, I would say, is pretty good for O-ring too. It's never gonna be 100% perfect. The front height on this is fantastic. 8-degree tapping angle, I would say like my ideal is lower, but I don't hate an 8-degree tapping angle at all. The backs of these boards, for sure, for sure. There's the Harbor, there is the OF-1. I would say OF-1 is a bit meaner in terms of the way it looks. Harbor, more elegant. I don't think I have a preference, personally. Damn, this is a good looking board though. I'm happy with this in O-ring. I'd like to see it in top, which we're gonna be doing. Very, very happy with this. My suggestions to them, give people an option for perhaps a softer O-ring where they don't have to source it from another vendor. I don't know if this is even possible at the moment, but I would love for them to figure out some good way to implement both their mounting styles without the need for two separate plates. I think having two plates is a bit of a, like you're kind of kicking the ground being like, oh man, I have to pick something now. So that is kind of feels bad. Like if you want top mount and you buy just the O-ring plate, then you can't even use your top mount. A bit of a feels bad there. I don't think that's a good decision. It might not hurt the board at all though. The two plates remind me of other boards that are optimized. Yeah, and we talked about this at the beginning of the stream, and I don't mean to echo it, but I just will echo it. I get the decision for having two plates. I get that maybe it was the only way necessary for this particular keyboard. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, if this was only marketed as one or the other, I would have obviously no problem. But because this is two mounting styles, it kind of leaves me, as like a buyer myself of product, like when I buy things, it would leave me a little bit sour taste in my mouth type thing. I'd be like, why can't I just have both? Why do I have to make this decision now without even testing the board? Past that though, I have no problems with this board. This is very nicely done. I would maybe like to see the JST cable have a small little heat shrink around it. Nothing some painter's tape wouldn't fix on its own there, but just out of the box, have something there. Wow, what a good looking board. What a fun little, honestly, this kind of surprised me. Bye everybody, love you, and see you soon. Bye-bye.